Hey, thanks for joining FATTZ Media podcast. And if you can see, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you see that there's a little different setup over here. I had to move the podcast equipment over to a different room, and I'm still getting things together. I got to move some stuff around, so excuse the background. But you're not here for the background. You're here to get music knowledge and learn how to grow your fan base and how to make money off of your streams and selling your music. Now, if you watch this channel, you know that I am a very big, I love to push the fact that I want you to sell your music prior to streaming, which is not an original thing. There's a ton of people out there making these videos, but then I realized, I was thinking, why, if there's so many people making these videos, why isn't anyone listening? And all the videos I see on YouTube is still promoting how to get Spotify streams. And it's a huge push towards Spotify because Spotify has a free tier and they'll get you a lot. They have a lot more users because of that, and they get you paid if you can get American listeners to listen to your music, or the tier 1. And if you want to know about tier 1, 2, and 3, you can watch in another video that I posted last week, and I talk all about advertising in the tier 1, 2, and 3, and how you get paid more per stream depending on what country is streaming the music. So I was thinking, and I was like, why is everyone still not selling their music to consumers before they put it up for stream? So I was thinking, maybe you don't know how to make a website and you don't have money to make a website. So I was thinking, what if I made the website for you? I'll make the website for, I'm going to say, the first 25 people to message me. I'm going to make your website. So it's going to be a one-page website. So it's not going to be a huge, big, complicated website. I'm going to make a one-page website for you. I'm going to put your music up. I'm going to put your videos on there, and I'm going to put a buy now button that leads to your page. I'm not getting any money out of this. I'm not getting anything out of this. I'll make the website for you, and you can put the music up for sale and for streaming. So now you're thinking, hey, what if I put my music already up for streaming? No big deal. You can put the music up for sale there, and then when you run ads to your page. You'll be able to collect your user's email address, and you'll be able to try to sell them music. And then in the future, when you want to add more music to it, then you can add more songs, and you can promote it as for sale before streaming. Hey, if you want to stream my music and you like what you're listening, if you like my music and you want to hear my new song, go over to my website. It's going to be available for sale before anyone else can hear it, and you can work it out that way. So that's the main push that I'm pushing towards people for them to do. And I'm wondering, why aren't people jumping on this? Because it takes 1,000 streams for you to make any money at Spotify. You don't start getting paid from Spotify if you don't get 1,000 streams in 1 month. So if you get 900 streams in a month, you're not getting paid. So what does that do? That encourages you to go run ads to get on the Spotify stream so you can start getting paid. So you run $300 of ads and you make 20 something dollars back from streaming. You get excited and you say, I need to get on playlists. That's how I'm going to make money. So I need to run more ads so then I can get picked up by the Spotify algorithm and put on some Spotify playlists. And you start running more ads, and you might get picked up on one song, on one playlist through Spotify algorithm, and then you want to go and hire people that say they can get you on Spotify algorithms, so you give them a couple $100, and then they put you on some algorithms, and then those algorithms were pushed by bots, and then you get streams, and then Spotify says, oh, we can't pay you because you were botting your song. And this is a circle that's been going around, and this is what happens with the streaming business now. This is what's going on. Now, you're thinking to yourself, how do I promote my music and not get flagged for bots? Listen, when you run regular ads, and you're targeting your fan base, you're targeting, with the intention to get real fans, you're not going to get flagged by Spotify. It's very unlikely, unless you're placed in a playlist that then someone else that's also on the playlist starts running bots to. That's when it stuff starts getting messy. Okay, so as long as you're running with intention and you're running to get fans, then your fans and get people to add you to their rotation of music that they listen to every day, then you're okay. Now, to limit that and to guarantee that you're going to make some money, you need to have a website. You need to have a website, not just because I'm telling you that you need a website because I want you to sell. That's one of the reasons, but you also need to give the fans a place to go to. Now, they could go to your Instagram, they could go to your TikTok, but then what happens when you post something important on TikTok and Instagram, and then you have 10,000 followers and only 200 people see it because they limit your views, and you have no idea. And you think, oh, I'm going to post 10 times today to promote this event that I got on Friday, and I'm going to post 10 times every day until Friday to make sure people show up, and they're showing it to the same 200 people out of the 10,000, and maybe you might hit maybe 500 people, 500 unique people in your follower list, and they get to see it, but not all 10,000 people see it. Now, the best way for you to convert, the best way for you to get your fans to take action is to get them to go to your website. And you don't need a big fancy website. It would be great if you had a big fancy website, because then you can fine tune your offerings, meaning you can run ads to one page on your website, and you can run other ads to another page on your website. Of course, you want to do that. But just to start out and just to build a relationship with your fans, you should have a website just to get their email address, just to get their email address, just to get their phone number. A lot of people don't want to be texted. Uh, Now everyone's getting texted all the time, and they click stop, because with text messaging campaigns, you have to give them the option of stop, and then they're taken off the list, and you're paying 5-10 cents per text message that you send when you send group text messages like that. Now, if you send it from your own number, then you'll be flagged as spamming, because you're sending 100 people uh, the same text, and then you make another group of people and you send them. If you do that too many times, you get flagged as a spammer, and people receive the text with a potential scam on their thing. So what you have to do is you have to go to a private company and upload your phone list, and then they send the text for you, and but then they have the rights to, and then they get that stop thing where they can stop it. So email is the best. All right, I'm just circling around to tell you, email is the main way. You have text, you can use text, but that's going to cost you money. Email does not cost you any money. You can send it out in batches. When your fan list is still small, when it's under 5,000 people, you can definitely send out 5,000 emails. You send, groups of 250 every hour or something. You could schedule it out. There's certain ways that you could do it where you won't get flagged, and then later in the future.
Do you want to know what happens if you join the indie revolution? Join the indie revolution with Narrio, the all-in-one app for music, podcasts, videos, and a buzzing social feed. It's free to listen, and independent artists can upload their music or videos at no cost. Support real talent and join a creative community that celebrates originality. Download Narrio today at narrio.co and be part of the indie revolution.
All right, but Skip, sorry for the interruption. So I was saying about the text message list. Forget about text message for now. Focus on emails. It's a lot cheaper, a lot easier to get people's emails addresses, and people are still opening emails. That's something that died years back, but now it's been coming back, and people have been opening their email. You just need a nice subject line, and you're good to go. You can use ChatGPT to set that up for you as far as the subject line and the message, and then you put your event. All right, so that's easy. But you need to collect the emails. You need to build a one-on-one relationship with your fans. Now, a lot of people rely way too much on social media. You're running ads from social media platforms, going to a landing page that's just taking them to a Spotify. So you're just running people, they're running through you, going to a platform, and the only people making money off of this is Instagram and Instagram and Spotify, or the streaming platform that you use. Now, you're wondering, how's Instagram making money? You're running ads through Facebook Marketplace to get people to go there. So that's how they're making money. And you have to change the funnel. You have to build your own funnel. You have to get people to go to your page, to not just a landing page. People are just, their minds are already used to it. Their minds have already adjusted to, when they click on an artist or a music artist fan or a music person's page, they're going to see that landing page, and they just bounce right off that page right to Spotify. Now, yes, you're getting the conversion So if you're doing the right thing and you have one of those landing pages where you can track the conversion, you know who is actually clicking on it, meaning you know how many people actually clicked on it, and then you can see how many people streamed it. So you can track the whole process. But what you're not doing is you're not getting the email address, you're not getting the phone number, and then you can't contact that person again unless you run a retargeting campaign and you run more money through Facebook saying, hey, that guy that you got me to click on my landing page and then bounced over to Spotify, I need you to hit that person again with my new song. And then you have to keep sending the money and doing that. But if what you have to do is you have to use your money wisely. You have to spend it with a purpose. So you're spending your money trying to gain fans. It's going to cost you a little bit more to get people to convert, but that person is going to be higher ROI, is a return on investment, meaning that person, you're going to be able to build a relationship with them, but then they can listen to your music for years and you don't have to spend a dime to retarget on them, and you just have to pick up new people. All right, so that's one thing that's one thing I want to talk about in this video. I'm still setting everything up, got the lights finally working, the mic stand is not set up yet. I have a mic stand over here, but I have to adjust it and tighten it up, put it together. But if you're watching this channel to learn about how to grow your fan base and learn about what you need to be a successful artist, independent artist, check out this, please subscribe. If you're listening in the podcast, subscribe to the podcast, and check out our websites where we're putting out stuff to help independent artists every day. Check out FATTZmedia.com. If you're looking for distribution or management for your music, check out FATTZdistrict.com. FATTZdistrict.com. We distribute your music to over 150 plus platforms, and we are basically a virtual manager, one of its kind, and we do everything that you need done in your music. So we'll handle your social media posts. We'll handle setting up your campaigns for your Spotify ads or your YouTube ads or your Facebook ads, whatever you want to run. We'll come up with a plan and tell you what you should run and how much is expected to cost you depending on what you want. Meaning, if you say, hey, my budget is really small and I want to do shows in my local city and I want to build a fan base in my local city before I grow, then we can target that. And then there's other people. We have an artist right now from Brooklyn, New York, but he goes to Connecticut a lot. So he knows a lot of artists in Connecticut. He's from Connecticut, but moved to Brooklyn, and he runs back to Connecticut and he runs to Rhode Island. So he wants the ads to hit those towns too. And he still wants to pick up people from the United States and pick up people to listen to his music. But he wants to focus on those towns because he's going to keep running over there, doing studio sessions, working with other artists over there. And that's very smart. He wants to target those towns. Now, of course, it's going to be a little pricier to target those towns, but we worked out a plan where he's not spending as much money as if you were just throwing out ads out there and just saying, just show my ads to everyone in New York, Rhode Island, and Connecticut, right? So we'll work out a plan and we lay it out for you, and you have to agree on it and on what the approach is going to be. We have discussions on what you want for your fan base and who you're targeting, and we'll do market research as well, and provide you a report. But this is like a one-on-one virtual management session, meaning we'll talk every week. You'll have someone's number. You'll have a dedicated manager's number. You'll be able to text and call whenever you like. But once a week, you have a video call, and we'll discuss your plan and break down our goals and where we are in meeting those goals. So with virtual management, and because this is first of its kind, if you check it out, go check out the website. Like if you don't have check out FATTZdistrict.com. I'm going to put it on this page here, and it's going to be in the description. But if you're looking for management, but you're not ready to commit to anybody, because management, they take a percentage of your music. Some of them do. Let me stop there. Some of them, their new thing is the new going rate in the industry is, I'm going to help you. I'm going to dedicate my life to you to blow you up, and we're going to work together, and I'm going to go and get you bookings. We're going to get you stuff done. So they want a piece. So they want 5, 10%, 20% of your music, because you can't afford to pay them what you should. And if they're going to put a lot of work into you, they want a piece. We're working on a completely different model. We're completely different from that, because what you do is you get a manager, then you still have to spend money to get social media people. You have to get certain cases. You have to spend money social media people. You have to spend money to get people to edit your videos. You have to spend. You don't have to do any of that with us. When you go with FATTZ District, you would sign up for whatever time you're comfortable with. So we have monthly, quarterly, and yearly plan. So you pay, maybe you want to do 1 month and you want to just have a quick rollout because you have an album coming out in a month or two. It would be better if you sign up for 1 month and you set everything up maybe a month and a half, 2 months before, right? Because you got to give us some time to do the research to provide you with the report, and then we implement that plan that you choose for that month. Okay. Now, if you go quarterly, that's you have a little bit of a longer rollout. So right now we're in August. So if you wanted to have a release, say in December, January, this would be the perfect time to go on the quarterly one. You sign up for 3 months, just one time. You pay the one-time fee for the 3 months. We'll go make the plan, and then we'll implement that plan for 3 months. We'll schedule all your content. We'll create all your content. We'll help you with the website. If you don't have one, we'll fix that website. We'll create a whole new website for you. But we'll come out with the whole thing. You'll have everything set up for your music campaign, prepared for you for that release. Now, if you do the year, that one is the long one. That one is the I have some music recorded, but I don't have any songs mixed and mastered. I don't have any covers. I have no images. So for every single, you should have a different piece of artwork for that single, different cover. Then you have the album artwork. Then you have the songs chopped up into certain parts to connect it with different parts of videos, so then they can be put in different social media platforms, okay? Based on the age that you're targeting, demographic, all that stuff. And that's what we would do if you were in the year plan. If you're in the year plan, then we have time to set that up, and we'll mix and master your music for you completely. That's included, mix and mastered. We could do the distribution if you like. If you already have a distribution account with somebody else, DistroKid, Lander, TuneCore, any of those platforms, not a problem. We'll set everything up for you, and we can upload it for you. We can just send it right back to you, all completely set up, and you just upload it to your selected platform. You keep the rights to all your music with whatever plan you choose. You have 100% of your music. You keep 100% of your royalties. You keep all of it. And yeah, all we ask is for that commitment. If you go monthly, quarterly, or for the year. I always bank on people. You should do the year, because when you're running a campaign, you don't want to just run it for a month and you have this huge spike and then it just drops and then you feel like it didn't work, because you need to be able to retarget. You need to be able to continue that flow. But let's say you already have a website set up and you have an event and you have a release for like an album in like 2 months, month and a half. Then maybe you can do the month that you can do the 1 month thing, see how big it goes, and maybe you hit us back if you want to keep going. So there's many options to it, and we can also set up the music for sale part of it. So we can definitely, if you this would help more if you did the quarterly, is then we can definitely set you up for the music for sale, so you can have your music for sale at least a month before you put it up for streaming, before you schedule it for streaming, and then you can try to sell your music for a month before you put it up for streaming. You're going to see the difference. You're going to see that when you sell 10, 15 albums and make $150, depending on how much you sell it, that's $10 an hour, but $10 an album, which you wouldn't sell it for. But let's say you did sell it for $10 an album and you sold it 15 people, you made $150, and then you go streaming for a whole year and you find out that over 6,000, 7,000 people stream your music and you only made $40 that whole year. And then you realize, hey, selling helped me out. It's that 150 helped me run the ads to get that other streaming, but the numbers don't add up. So check it out. Check out FATTZDistrict.com if you have any minute, if you have a time. But another thing is, if you want to do the website yourself, you go to indiesitekit.com and you can just pay them, and they'll make the website for you within 2 to 3 days, and you can have a year of support. So they'll make the website, and then you have a year of support when you contact and you need changes. So you send the link to a song, you send the cover art, and it'll be changed. You can make a dedicated page for that song, stuff like that. So if you want something like that, where you just want somebody handling your website, you don't want like overall virtual management, where they'll get you, virtual management, get you interviews, make the website, do all of that stuff, go check that out. There's like 18 things that virtual management covers. But if you just want the website portion of it, you have your own team and you have, producers you mess with and they'll mix and master, and then you have a friend that handles social media, then you go have that website made right there. Check out indiesitekit.com. But subscribe to the podcast. Sorry, subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on FATTZ Media on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, and make sure that you comment if you want a free one-page website design. The first 25 people that comment, they're gonna get it. All right. Now you will have to own your domain name. So you will have to own your domain name. If you don't own it, that's completely fine. Contact me. Write the comment right away. I'll hit you back. I'll tell you how to buy the domain name, or I can send you a link. You can buy the domain name, and I'll make that website for you. And give me 2-3 days, depending on how many people sign up first, depending where you're on the list. And I'll make that one-page website for you, and I'll get all your information, and you can make certain revisions, and then you're good to go. All right. So if you're serious about your music and you want to have a website made for you for free, first 25 people to comment. All right. Just comment free website and you'll get it. All right. Thanks for watching. Peace.